Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Clark's Corner. This is going to be video number 202 and I'm Sarah Clark. And today in my video I am going to be telling you some tips and tricks on becoming a nanny or a babysitter, because most of you guys do not know, but besides doing YouTube, I also nanny. So I have like about 9 years of experience, and you know, it's good to share some tips. So let's get started with this. The first tip you need to do is you need to go and figure out if you're going to be a nanny or a babysitter, if you want to do this sort of type of job, because it takes a lot of commitment and it takes a lot of patience and takes a lot of time out of your own life, and you're babysitting other people's children, so it's not like they're your own or your own family's. So that's the first thing. It's like, am I going to nanny? Am I not going to nanny? Am I just going to be a casual babysitter for a friend or family who would like to go out on a Friday night or whatnot? So that's the first thing really you need to do, is you need to think about it, because some people do not have patience. Some people do not like kids and they just want to try it out, and then they find out that they don't want to do the job anymore. So that's like my first real tip and my first life lesson for becoming a nanny or a babysitter. My real number one tip is to place an ad everywhere, on your Facebook groups, on your local newspapers, and like Kijiji or your local classifieds. And that's where a lot of mothers or parents or whatnot go to look for their, you know, babysitters or their nannies for their children, because they have to work. So therefore, if they have a kid, they need someone to watch their child, because it's illegal to leave your child who is just started out by themselves. So, okay, number two, when you get a reply, go to the interview. You know, what's to lose? Like, you can get a job out of it, you cannot get a job out of it. Some interviews that I went to, I have not got a job out of it. It's part of the learning process, and it actually helps you become a better person in one sense, because you're getting rejected. So getting rejected is a life lesson. This house is so creepy. Feels like there's people, sounds like people walking around, but there's no one walking around. During the interview, when you get an interview, you have to list your activities, list your previous children that you had and like what you did with them. List every bit of experience you have, because that will help you get the job. And you always list if the kid has like medical issues, or if they take medicine, they have allergies, stuff like that, or what kind of foods they like and don't like. And it's always good to, you know, interact with the children. So always ask if the kids are going to be present during the interview, because that way then the mother and the father, or the mother and the mother, or the father and the father, because they are, you know, relationships that are, you know, same-sex marriages and whatnot, but that's a whole new topic. You always ask to keep the kids present. Now, some people will go and say, okay, well, you'll have an interview with us first, and then you'll have an interview with the kids, and then, you know, just to see if whether or not you're good for the job. So, that's just another tip. Another tip would be discuss what duties you're doing, because your rate of pay can be basically based on what kind of duties you are doing with your new job, because if you're only strictly there to watch the kids, give them supper or dinner or a meal, play with them, and that's it, then maybe you can do a lower rate. But if you're there to like watch the kids, do laundry, clean the house, because some nannies and babysitters, that is a requirement, you know, you throw some laundry in or whatnot and help out with some kind of housework, so that could make your rate go higher. I always go and base my rate on what the parents can pay, because sometimes parents cannot pay as much as like what minimum wage is and whatnot. So, and then that comes to my second thing. You always discuss the rate of pay during the interview with the parents, because, you know, it's a good thing to know how much you want to be paid, and they want to know how much you're willing to get paid and whatnot. I always write a receipt for my like jobs, even if I do like a casual job, because then there it's more legal and you have a receipt, a copy of it, so you can basically, it's just something that you can back up on, you know, if you, because some people might end up saying, oh, well, I never got paid on a certain date, and then, well, if you have no receipt, then you have no proof and you might get double paid. Or if you have the receipt and you say, well, I never got paid, well, you can go back to that receipt and you can say, oh, well, yeah, I did get paid. So it's something just to keep you all in mind and keep you, like, it's just for your records, you know? You should, like I said, you should always meet with the children during the interview, and like some other parents will just want you to meet with them and then meet with the children, but that could be something different, you never know. You always ask, if you get hired on the spot, which I've often been hired on the spot, always ask when your start date is, when you, what time your start date is, and like the day that you'll be starting your new job, because you don't want to show up late for work, because that'd be ridiculous and you'll get fired. Or, you know, you'll lose pay or whatnot. What else? What else can I say? You always be kind, you know? Be nice, be like the way you are with an interview. The last thing I'm going to say is relax and have fun, and good luck. And if I left anything else out with this video, then you can leave it in the comment section below. I can do a part 2 of this, you know, when you get the job. I can do, this is like sort of like a how to get the job. I can do a video of when you get the job, and I can just put those in with it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, and bye.